Hello YouTubers, I'm officially kicking off Billy's blog with a range of questions which friends on Facebook have sent to me, and I will try my best to answer them. Don't worry, there won't be anything explicit. What is my earliest memory? Well, goodness me, that's a big one. Well, my mum told me about it. I think I vaguely remember it. I was about, I think, 2 or 3 years old. I think it was a Friday night. We had a Chinese that night. I can't remember, I think it was noodles or something. Anyway, the next morning I was very hungry, so I crawled out of my crib and I went downstairs and I opened the fridge and helped myself to the Chinese. So mum comes downstairs to make the breakfast and finds me sitting on the floor eating the night before's noodles. Oh God. Who's the biggest influence in my career? Well, that's really a hard one. I've never really thought about it. Who my influence? Well, if I'd have to be honest, a filmmaker who really influenced me, whose style I really I love, is Tim Burton. I love the style of his films. It's a mixture of darkness and light and comedy and romance and just all sorts of different themes. He comes up with the worlds of his films are crazy and weird, and yet within them there's a normal world. There's a light and a good side. So I have to say I like how Tim Burton styles his films. I'd say he's a good influence on me. Jeez, that's a tough one, Alice. Where do I see myself in 5 years? Well, I'd say I'd see myself married. Don't know about kids, but I think I'd see myself married with a good job. Maybe something in film production, being a producer, something, because that's one of my things I like doing. So yeah, hopefully I'll be 5 years I'll be a producer and be married or whatever. Yes, Darren, there will be a Chase 2. I think because we had so much fun filming the first one, we definitely have to have a sequel. After all the best films have sequels. Do you remember when we screened it in cinematography? Everyone was like, oh. And the lecturer was like, what has happened here? Anyway, yeah, there will definitely be a Chase 2. That fucking has to be. My favourite books? Well, I was a lot of books I loved as a kid, but in recent years I started reading a lot of Agatha Christie's mystery novels, and they were fucking amazing. I don't want a story that's just gonna be all this happens, that happens. You like a story with a dramatic twist. In Agatha Christie, you think you've sussed who the killer is. You think, oh, it's that one. He was gonna kill the old man for his money because he was a greedy bastard. Then you realize, oh, it was the butler boy because he was the secret son. Oh, did not see that coming. You fooled us again, Mrs. Christie. Good filming locations. Now here's a question a good Irishman from Rostreville would know. Well, anyway, I better stop talking in this voice because I don't talk like this. Anyway, best places to film in Rostreville. Well, there's fucking loads. But one place I would definitely say is the Fairy Glen. It's a beautiful place, especially in times like autumn and the summer. All the beautiful colours and all. And also, the Meadows also nice to film. All that nice open grass and space it would be. And I would also say you could film on the Mourne Mountains. Well, filming from Clockmore. That would make a beautiful scene for a movie. What if instead of shooting Star Wars on Mount Skellig, fuck, I can't understand these Irish names. Instead of shooting it on Mount whatever you call it, what if they'd shot that ending on top of Clockmore? That would have been fucking awesome. Could you imagine how many tourists we get down here? So anyway, yeah, there's a couple of places I think that would make for real great filming. My favourite memory of secondary school, oh God, there's so many crazy ones. But one memory that I hold most fondly, it was in sixth form. I remember it was a Tuesday and me and my best friend thought we'd sit together. We were told it was quiet study. us, quiet study, you fucking having a laugh. So anyway, we started laughing. we just couldn't stop. We had to be separated, oh god. But no, like, I mean, fucking, it was great crack. I can't remember what we were talking about, but it was so funny. I couldn't stop laughing. And the teacher at the time was like, will you stop laughing? I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't. Right, you sit over there, you sit over there. I'm like, oh no, come on, no, sit over there. Like, oh, fuck's sake. But no, a lot of memories I have from secondary school are with my best friend Victoria, and the memories I shall treasure forever. Without a doubt, 2001 A Space Odyssey. I hate that film. I loathe it entirely. Like, seriously, the plot made no fucking sense. 1 minute we're here, then we're there. Like, what was the fuck with the monkeys at the start? It was such a fucking mismatch. It made no sense. And then your man turned into the baby. I was like, what the hell is going on here? This is just fucking... That's officially an hour and 40 minutes of my life I'll never get back. So, thanks, Mr. Kubrick. We love The Shining, but we hate A Space Odyssey. Well, I think the answer for that would have to be Kevin Spacey from The Usual Suspects, because it's such a brilliant film. And what's so good about it, I hope everyone who's watching this has seen it, because you're going to get a bit of a few plot spoilers here, so I'm very sorry. Because during the film, you think you just notice him as the cripple, just the guy, the one guy in the whole strong gang who's the weak link. And then as it turns out, he's the real badass. He's the one who's lying. And he dreamt up, and it's so clever because when he's sitting in the policeman's or police detective's office, he is using all the notices on the notice board behind the police officer to tell this completely convoluted story. And it's a very clever plot device, and I just think it's how throughout the whole film we just have him sussed as the weak link, the one who is gonna break down and just admit everything, and then you find out he's the bad guy. So I think it would be Kevin Spacey from The Usual Suspects. Anyway, YouTubers, thanks for tuning in to watch this video. Hope to post some more videos in the future. I think for my next video I'll do a little blog about my boot camp experiences, which were tough. So anyway, thanks for watching, stay tuned, and before I go, here's a little magic trick. Now you see me, now you don't.